morning, everyone. This is Renee, your SUV escapee. I'm only 67 miles away from Quartzsite. I'm excited to see my mom. Let's see, since last time I put up a video, what happened? Yesterday I had a full 9-hour day. I was really good driving. I was so happy because I felt like I was darn near making gas. My fuel economy had gone from, 29.5 back up to like 33.5, and right now I'm at 34.6. So obviously I am decreasing altitude, and that's why I felt like I was going downhill all yesterday. So I imagine when I go home, it's going to be just the opposite. But hey, it made me feel good. What else happened yesterday? Yesterday I took pictures of my vehicle, sent it to my insurance company. My husband thought I should have taken a picture of the tumbleweed, but I told him, you have no idea what that road was like. It was simply trucks and blowing tumbleweeds and dust. And I said, when I saw a road crew with flashing lights, I knew that's where I needed to pull over, but I wasn't going to waste time. And yeah, I probably should have taken a picture of that gosh darn tumbleweed, because it went from the underneath my bumper into my grill and on the top of my hood. So we'll have to see what my insurance company has to say about that. It was kind of funny because they asked for a location, and I'm like, well, somewhere between this part of Texas and this part of Oklahoma. So I haven't received a phone call yet, but I'm sure I will soon. I got going really early this morning, which was a good thing, because I went through Tucson in the dark, so there wasn't all that much traffic, but I ended up hitting Phoenix at 8 a.m. so there was a lot of traffic, and except for one little snag, which I did not fall for, I followed my Google Maps, and sometimes they don't quite tell you all. It'll give you a little wind out and then it comes back. So I followed it and it was true. So I'm feeling incredibly happy. I can't wait to see my mom. I can't wait to get to Palm Springs this afternoon to see my brother, and then pick up his motorhome and then come back to Quartzsite, because he's just the sweetest brother you would ever want. He's going to let me stay in his motorhome. So I have a car to drive around and do adventures and check out other BLM lands. I also have intentions to check out Laughlin, because I don't think it's that far. And I'm sort of scouting areas where my husband and I might want to, stay with our fifth wheel when he's old enough to retire. Bless his heart, I feel kind of bad for him because he's at home and he's being a good sport, but I can tell he'd much rather be here with me having that experience, and who wouldn't. But it'll just be all that sweeter when I do get home in the spring. I'm actually surprised it's actually greener than I thought it would be here, so at least that brightens your spirits. Hopefully no more dust storms. I know there was a section in New Mexico yesterday afternoon. I don't know, it must have been 100 miles or more of all these potential dust storms and what to do. And it's really kind of funny because they said, pull to the side of the road, shut your car off, keep your feet off your brake, and stay buckled in. And I thought, your shoulders of the road are very narrow, and they lean or quite a bit towards the ditch. So I'm thinking, that's not really probably the safest thing. So I've been kind of watching along there, thinking, if that is happening there enough that you have to put up road warnings, wouldn't it be cool if they had like these little drive-offs every, 4 miles, where you could just pull off in and actually be safe from those who continue to drive through it. But that's a topic for New Mexican residents, I guess, New Mexico residents. I don't live there, but you know how we are. We always have better ideas of how we think we can make things better. So I also don't know if I told you that I had a bad experience going through the mountains quite a number of years ago, and I haven't repeated it since. It was near Denver, or south of Denver, headed towards Phoenix. My parents wanted to take us on this Red Rock Road, and unfortunately, when I happened to look across and I was driving and I actually saw a car going through the middle of a mountain, yeah, that's when I knew that I had a fear of heights. So I did not enjoy seeing the Grand Canyon. But I will say the route I took from Minnesota to Quartzsite, it'll be over 2,000 miles. I just looked at that, the mileage today, and no mountains. There was some small, I don't even know if you can call them mountains, and at one point I did start to go uphill a ways into a mountain, a small mountain I'll call it, because I just don't know the term for it. But then coming down was just a breeze. There were no, it didn't last very long. It wasn't that steep, and also there were no sheer face drop-offs on either side. So if you're afraid of heights, I would definitely recommend staying on, I guess it's Highway 54. I will tell you, it's lots of truckers, but pretty much other than that, you have the road to yourself. So I made good time on that. I felt safe on that, and just as I got out of Tucson this morning, I put on gas. I was hoping I could make it all the way, but I couldn't. I didn't want to chance it. So this is where gas prices started to rise for me. I ended up paying $3.59 for a gallon of 87 unleaded. And then as I got to Phoenix, it got higher, and then I noticed, hey, I'm going to keep track of exit 134 because the Love's station there was $3.39. So I probably should have kept track of where some decent prices were. Mental note for next time. There's probably a lot of things I should have kept track of, but you know, I'm just human and I can't remember everything. So I hope you're all having a blessed day. The sun is shining. It's 55 degrees. I know I'm at the end of my journey, and it was fun. It wasn't as tedious, as tiresome as I thought it would be driving here. And I have got way better weather than back in Minnesota. It's only in the teens, so I'm happy. I'm happy. All right, everybody. I wish each and every one of you happiness, and until we meet again. Oh, hey, and one other thing. If you like my videos, would you please hit subscribe and hit like? I've just forgotten to ask you guys to do that, and so would you just bless me with that? I would be so appreciative. Well, thank you, folks, and have yourself a fantastic day.